Trick by track.
Welcome back to another Trick by Track. What song are we on now, Eric?
We're on Easy Cure.
Easy Cure.
I just looked it up. And take it away.
So, Eric, do you remember the genesis of the name Easy Cure?
Yeah, this was back when I was kind of like, oh, what's the theme, what's the thing, which I guess I still do, but it was more erratic back then. Or, you were still getting used to it, I guess.
Yeah.
Me going like, okay, I hear the music, but what are the words, man? So I think I just needed a way to remember the songs. Because it's like, oh, is it the one that goes beep bap doop doop, and you'd go, what? Like, which of my 17 guitar lines are you singing? So
beep bap doop doop. Remember that. Put a pin in that.
Yeah, and that's a name that I've always loved. Easy Cure. So it was kind of a placeholder, and it also, I had a little line. It's an easy cure, but it's gonna take some time, and then never made it into the song.
I remember, I was literally about to say that too. I was like, we had this line. You reminded me
of that. I was like,
we had this line.
And I was like, is it in the song?
No. It's nowhere. But this song was the song. I had gotten Logic. I moved to New York. I had gotten Logic.
Right, yeah. Because I asked you about your electronic stuff.
Yeah, I was like, I wanted to get a little bit more into production. And I was like, what I would do is I would just like sit on the couch at night and just I would sort of like teach myself Logic. And I just made basically an album's worth of weird, goofy to serious, of just electronic, tracks.
And I listened to a lot of them, when you were...
And I just played them all for you. Because we were just looking for material.
Yeah.
We were just like, what do we have?
Yeah, what do we got?
I got all these weird things. And you liked the one that became Easy Cure.
I loved it.
So we were like, okay, let's transform this into a song. Let's add guitars. Let's rearrange it. Let's, write a new section. It didn't have the end part. Since Easy Cure is 2 parts.
It's 2 parts.
It's 2 mini songs.
It's kind of the first middle song, because I remember this is the song, because a lot of the songs we sing back and forth, or we take a verse and a chorus, or we trade off within the verses. This is the first song where you have the first section and I have the second section, and it's together by division, and it's actually in the middle of the album and splits the album, which I now realize is a super precursor to the split in Never Always. Because that album, I was just thinking about our songwriting so much during the pandemic. Anyway, but it's such a conclusion to so many thoughts. Anyway.
Which one? Never Always?
But, so, you were kind enough, and I offered, but, I remember sitting there, because I think I had the idea for 2 parts. I came in one day and was like, oh, let's have this one be the one where we're 2 separate things. And so, that end bit kind of came from me sitting there and going oh, this should be over here, this should be over here. And we really pulled it apart. Yeah, because it was a totally different file. Like you said, we added a bunch of stuff. There's some similar... There's a lot of the same elements just rearranged and toned down or turned up. Yeah, because I think the end bit was kind of guitar, us pulling out one of the bits. The end bit was actually written... that was written newly for the song. Gotcha. That was I came up with the intro, which also becomes a sort of break in the middle of the 2, was a new addition. It was it was just I was just. I want to lean back, but I might fall into the clouds. Sorry. So you're saying some crazy?
Yeah. I had come up with because we had torn apart this track and sort of created a mini song out of it. Yeah. And then at the end of it, I made this just these series of interesting chords that I liked. and then
that was the best
the
part.
idea to have it be two.
Gotcha. I didn't know that came.
Yeah. And then so I wrote like piano stuff, and it just became. I just wrote another song.
That whole thing sends me to a whole nother place. That it reminds me of playing the moon level on Mario 6 Gold Coins in Florida when I was a kid. And that's a very happy feeling for me. That's probably why I connected to it so much.
Yeah. That's a fun one, and I'm pretty proud of that one.
And what are your lyrics about? Like,
my lyrics are about trying to escape the city, modern life, and then giving up because it's too hard. There's too much traffic.
Mine's about coming back and the person getting into a car crash and dying.
Yeah. So car related,
which cars are a great American song theme, and we are great American songwriters. So
you heard it here first.
I'll advertise that.
Yeah,
that's my whole thing. Is that I'm bad at everything except songwriting. Is like now I'm getting a lot better at other stuff.
Yeah. You're like, I have this skill. Does anyone appreciate this skill?
Yeah, can anyone... I'm a good teacher, and
the kids love you.
Yeah.
The kids love you. Mr. Eric, always a favorite.
I hope so.
Yeah.
That'd be good. But yeah, I actually...
This interesting... One little interesting aside about this song was that the pandemic had hit, and you had to do your vocals...
Right, and
you did them through a mask.
I did.
It's all like this. And I just like turned up like all, like EQ'd them to oblivion, just like all of the high end, just like just nailed it back in, and it still sounds a little muffled, but it sounded like...
It's my lame through the wire.
yeah, exactly. Through the mask. Whoa.
But that actually leads into what I was going to say, because I like you said, like I waited to write those lyrics for a really long time, and I had just had a horrible spine injury and had to sing through a mask, and so because I had to sing with a broken voice through a mask, the lyrics became very... I guess at my level,
I remember just like wondering what they were gonna be about.
Right.
This is one of the... There's like two songs where... Because I wrote the music for that.
Yeah, you wrote the
part.
music.
And I was like, here.
Right, yeah.
And then you just had to like figure it out.
Right, yeah, which was a little tough, but then it really...
Yeah, and then it became... I love that song.
I think I pulled it off too. I think there's a couple of good lyrics. I like that lyric, "The moment's gone, the wig is off," which is... That's
another... We'll get to it. My favorite all-time line of Eric's is... My ice cream tossed aside.
Oh yeah!
I love those little images that you can sprinkle in there.
I try. It's so hard. You only get one line. I don't know how fucking like car seat headrest or something does it, where they just wrap a whole lyric around the thought.
And there's I'm so obsessed with like a good but like sort of like easily digestible melody, and like what's the ideal melody here, and it's like, oh, it's only 3 notes, and or
Instead
whatever,
of just talking,
and it's like I'm just doing all the talking, and I'm just gonna sing in key, and it'll be kind of crazy.
Yeah, I wish I was like
who do that.
SZA or Lou Reed or something. You'd have to be a really confident vocalist, which hopefully the confidence grows.
Grows. The Lou Reed sprinkles in. Who knows? But
yeah, that's a devastating track.
Yeah, devastating track.
It's a good one for driving, man.
Yeah.
I like making driving music.
Yeah, it has one of my the first part, my part of the song is one of my most pop choruses.
Yeah.
I intentionally do auto-tune.
Oh, really?
I auto-tune that. Like, for, like, aesthetically, like, not because, it's like, oh, I didn't do it well, or whatever. It was like, I want it to be, like,
sound
the bright
like that.
pink color.
That's nice. That's
or whatever.
Fun. Yeah, Sam's one of those guys who's so talented that he could write anything. But because he's so talented, doesn't. He's going, like, it's gotta be... S tier.
Yeah.
So it's like, because as this story started, those were kind of just in your files. Those were your bips and boops to figure out how to use a program.
Yeah, I had asked for Logic.
And it's like when you get a new pedal.
Which at the time was a big purchase. $200, wow. I have a lot, still do. I have a lot of like budget gear. Doing a lot of stuff on a Squire, rewiring the Squire.
Yeah, we should do a budget gear video. Yeah, that we're famous YouTubers.
That's right.
No, we don't. We want to be famous musicians. With
Here's my Squire. I plug it into this $700 pedal.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. How interesting. Just another gearhead. Niche topics.
This is on the album. So this is
6
to toot my own horn.
Oh,
this is one of the few that is also mixed by me.
Nice.
On Beverly, because we had Doug come in and mix a lot of this stuff.
Sub-mix.
Because we had some very in-depth discussions where I'm like, can we just turn this one element up like a couple
and we decided to
like
eschew that process for the next time.
I was like, maybe I should just
I'm
do
sitting
this.
there going like...
And Doug is just like, yeah, whatever, man.
I'll turn it up.
Yeah, and I'm just like, just a little more, please. Just like third meeting about it. Just like a hair more.
If you're.
And so this one it was when we had gotten the drum mics. So
another exciting purchase. These incremental purchases. I'm
realizing you look very tiny.
I know, so I'm oscillating back and forth between...
Eric is much bigger than me. This is me versus Eric leaned back. I'm holding a giant dog.
We're huge. This is a Doberman.
We are truly giants among giants.
But I just want to keep filming these. We have time for another one.
Yeah.
We don't have the wire
Let's
yet.
do it.